Good afternoon and welcome to Jurgensen Park here as we are ready to go for opening day of the 2022 Creighton Prep baseball season with the Junior Jays taking on the Wolves of Elkhorn North. Tyler Reedy and Jack Cohote on the call. Jack, our first ever baseball broadcast on CPSN. Great to be with you.
Oh, it's a great feeling here. Obviously, baseball's a lot different last year at every level. I'm excited to watch some baseball today. It's been a while, so yeah, it's great to be here.
Yeah, absolutely. Great to be back for the season. So, taking a look at the matchup coming into this one, Creighton Prep and Class B Elkhorn North. Similar results to end the 2021 season. Both teams eliminated in the district semifinals. Junior Jays falling to Columbus and the Wolves falling to Mount Michael. 11-14 the record for Elk North, 17-13 for Creighton Prep. And Jack, both these teams coming off the disappointing district semis loss, they're hungry
Yeah.
getting back into it this year.
Oh, 100%. I mean, the Junior Jays teams have 14 starters, lots of returners this year. But I mean, for the Wolves, I mean, they got a lot of returners too. I'm excited. I'm excited for today.
We'll take a quick break for the national anthem and be right back. Welcome back to Jurgensen Park here at Creighton Prep for our opening day matchup. Creighton Prep and Elkhorn North going head-to-head. Tyler Reedy and Jack Cohote on the call. Let's bring you the starting lineups for today's game. First for the visiting Wolves from Elkhorn North. At catcher, leading off, number 2, Trey Wells. In right field, number 12, Luke Tillman batting second. At the 3-hole, the center fielder, number 22, Easton Maines. Cleanup man, the second baseman, number 23, Xavier Kavanaugh. At fifth, first baseman, number 25, Drew Brody. And at sixth, designated hitter, number 10, Khalees Edwards. Pitching, number 3, Ethan Edwards on the mound. The third baseman is number 4, Ryan Harrahill, the usual ace pitcher for Elkhorn North. And then the left fielder, number 24, Chris Thiessen. And the shortstop, number 18, Isaiah Miller. Pitching for Elkhorn North, as I said, Ethan Edwards. And then for the Junior Jays, their leadoff man is the center fielder, number 7, Sam Ryberg. The right fielder, number 13, Kobe Hatcher, bats second. The second baseman, number 1, Parker Mooney, bats third. Cleanup man is the designated hitter, number 12, Elliot Peterson. Jack Thiele bats fifth. Zach Ryan, the catcher, at sixth. Grant Hatcher at seventh. Jack Stessman, eighth. Grant Summers, ninth. And Robert O'Malley on the mound for the Junior Jays as we are ready to start baseball season in 2022.
It feels good, Tyler. I'm not going to lie to you. The feeling in the press box is awesome. So let the 2022 season commence.
First pitch is in there for strike one from Robert O'Malley, the Creighton University signee, senior southpaw pitcher. Look for him to attack with that fastball. On a good day, it runs in there at 83 to 85 miles an hour, and he's quickly ahead. No balls and 2 strikes against the Elkhorn North leadoff man, Trey Wells.
I think he either goes fastball upstairs here to burn it by him, or maybe he goes something low, maybe a curveball down in the dirt.
Loves his changeup, and that one is fouled off to the right side, so staying alive up there as well. He's the catcher, Doane University signee for Elkhorn North.
Yeah, this Elkhorn North team is full of a lot of college talent. I mean, Xavier Kavanaugh, Trey, just to name a few. This team is good. Not bad at all.
Another 0-2 from O'Malley. That one rides up and away. And looking to battle back as well to a 1-2 count.
Great idea there from Robert O'Malley. Try to go curveball up. I mean, get him frozen, but just a little too far up. Didn't bend enough for him.
1-2 pitch. Wells swings, grounds to short. That is playable for Summers, and he fires to first base. And the first out of the 2022 season is a 6-3 putout of Trey Wells.
Yeah, I mean, of the 14 starters that Prep brought back, shortstop's not one of them. Grant Summers can play anywhere in the field. He's a junior. He's now getting his chance on varsity. And first play of the season, he's showing what he's capable of.
Shortstop last year was Kalen Pacoda, graduated and moved on to Mount Marty. Off speed from O'Malley, cut on a miss from Luke Tillman, the right fielder, batting second.
Great pitch there from Robert O'Malley, obviously for the first at-bat. Fastball, he starts off with a slider there.
Now the 0-1, just a bit upstairs, evens the count up. Tillman second on the team in walks last spring with 6.
Can notice the catching style of Zach Ryan. He's going between the one knee down and the no knees. So
another swing and a miss. That time O'Malley rides it up and away, and once again he is ahead on an Elkhorn North hitter. It's 1-2.
Great pitch there from Robert O'Malley. Expect to maybe go fastball upstairs again.
Here it comes.
Ooh.
On downstairs and in just a little bit. Count back to 2-2. That one, the 9th pitch of the afternoon thus far for Robert O'Malley.
He does like to work fast. He is not taking break between pitches. He's right back up there ready to throw the next one.
Fouled off once again to the right side by Tillman. So he, just like Trey Wells, putting up a fight with 2 strikes on him early. O'Malley,
a great spot with that last pitch.
O'Malley looking for that put-away stuff. Was 11th in the State Summer Legion Ball for strikeouts, with 66 this past year. Another 2-2. Swung on and missed. He blew it by him on the outside.
Ooh.
And Robert O'Malley has his first strikeout of 2022.
Great. Creighton got what they wanted. I mean, that guy can deal. That guy can shove. So I'm excited to see what he's doing this season. I mean, they call him Big Game Bob for a reason. They throw him in big spots, and you can see why tonight.
And they also love to say Rob throws gas. You saw it right there, blowing it by Luke Tillman. And now Easton Maines, the center fielder, steps in. Lays off the first delivery, and it's low for ball 1.
Yeah, good idea with that first pitch. He's thrown the fastball a lot, and that's kind of been a strikeout pitch so far in these last 2 batters. So we'll see what he throws here.
Maines, the Iowa Western University signee, grounds 1 to short. Summers will get another play, a bobble, has to throw quickly, and he got him.
Wow.
3 up, 3 down for Robert O'Malley. We'll head to the bottom of the first. Junior Jays coming up to the plate next. ready to go for the bottom of the first inning here at Jurgensen Park. Robin O'Malley hurls a 12 pitch, 3 up, 3 down, top of the first inning, and Sam Ryberg, the center fielder, will lead things off for the Junior Jays against Ethan Edwards, who was third on the team with a 2.28 ERA and 15 1/3 innings pitched last spring. And his first delivery is downstairs for ball 1.
Yeah, interesting pitch selection with the changeup. I mean, obviously his first pitch. I mean, maybe trying to get something in the dirt, but I mean, obviously I can see why he didn't choose the fastball.
Edwards hits him in the back, and Ryberg takes a
free base
for the wear. Yep, takes one for the team and heads down to first base. And the Junior Jays have the leadoff man on.
Yeah. Second man up for Prep is Kobe Hatcher, and this kid can hit it. This kid can play anywhere in the field. I mean, he's one of my classmates. I'm excited to see what he does here. I mean, I doubt Prep's going to send Ryberg at first, so maybe I don't think we're going to hit and run, but we'll see.
And immediately they are keeping tabs on Ryberg over at first base. They must have heard you.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I don't really know Ryberg's speed, so I mean, he could be fast. He could be faster than lightning, and I don't even know.
Well,
so
as a center fielder, you probably expect he's pretty quick out there, as that's well outside for ball 1 to Kobe Hatcher, the right fielder. Ethan Edwards is not the ace of staff for Elkhorn North. Talking to head coach Anthony Dunn last night, he is saving his 1-2 punch of Ryan Harehill and Colin Novacek for this weekend when the Wolves open up conference play.
I'll tell you what, Ryan Harehill has, you said it earlier, that kid can throw gas. That kid roughly sits 94 with his fastball. I mean, he's obviously committed to Nebraska. The kid's great. A lot of kids from Prep play with him during the fall. But that kid is special.
4 consecutive balls to open up the outing for Edwards. 2-0 is whacked well out of play. Look out in Leahy Stadium as Hatcher fouls that one way off, and the count 2-1.
Did he really? Wow.
So the first strike of the afternoon from Edwards.
I really don't know what he's going to throw here. I mean, it's 2-1. This is Hatcher's count. I mean, he can't get away from him and get 3-1 because Hatcher's going to have the green light, but maybe something downstairs.
And there goes Ryberg. They look to pick him off. Throw to second base is in time to get him. So excellent discipline from Edwards to keep the throw behind Ryberg and unable to get to second base in time. And a mistake on the base pass. First out of the inning for the Junior Jays.
For sure. I mean, Ryberg, he got caught sleeping. I mean, I'm not going to sugarcoat it, but he got caught sleeping and he made the right decision. He didn't go back to first. He would have been out. He tried to give himself a chance going to second. He is pretty quick, so.
2-1 is upstairs to Kobe Hatcher, and it's a hitter's count at 3-1.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're going to give him the green light here. Obviously, with no one on base, they're not going to make him take this. So I mean, if you can hit it a mile.
Wind is blowing out to right field, not as strong as it was earlier in the day, but 10 to 15 miles an hour. As that is upstairs, a 5-pitch walk issued to Kobe Hatcher, and Ryberg commits the out on the base pass, and Hatcher picks him up with a walk.
Yeah, great discipline there by Kobe Hatcher. I mean, it was upstairs. I mean, that's a pitch that, I mean, I used to play baseball myself, and that's a pitch when you see it come out of the pitcher's hand, your eyes light up. So, great discipline by Kobe there.
That brings up Parker Mooney, the Augustana University commit. One of 2 Junior Jays headed to Sioux Falls next year with Sam Ryberg going as well, as there's an off-speed pitch that catches the outer edge of the plate.
That's a perfectly placed slider. Obviously, from here, we really can't see if it's a slider or curveball. I mean, he's thrown the fastball a lot, so I mean, that's kind of the first time I've been able to see the slider, but beautiful placement.
Once again, Edwards keeping a watchful eye on the runner over at first base, but Hatcher back in time.
Yeah, I guess the Junior Jays have kind of learned their lesson after they caught Ryberg in the act of stealing, so I'm pretty sure they're going to try to be a lot safer here.
Another pickoff move. This one MLB game and had more of a mixed crowd. I'm sure we'd start hearing some boos by now. That's the 4th time for Edwards, one of which was effective as Mooney steps back in and cuts on it and misses for strike 2.
Yeah, beautiful pitch. I mean, he hasn't really shown Parker the fastball yet. I mean, he's shown him it, I think, once, but he's shown a lot of off-speed this at-bat, and I guess that's the coaching staff trying to obviously fool this prep offense.
Mooney looking to dig himself out of the hole. 0-2 pitch is in there. He locked up the knees and gets him for strike 3. A beauty from Edwards.
Wow.
He has his first K of the day.
That is a curveball if I have ever seen one. As a pitcher, that is the most satisfying thing to see when you know it's a curveball coming to him and you throw it straight at him, and then it curves right at the last minute into the zone. That was beautiful.
So both pitchers work a strikeout for their second out recorded. And now it'll be Elliot Peterson stepping in, the cleanup man, designated hitter for Prep.
Yeah, he can hit the ball a mile, as they say.
First pitch, again goes with that curveball, catches the bottom of the zone for strike 1.
Yeah, Elliot saw it all the way. I guess he was obviously taking the first pitch. I mean, I wouldn't swing at a 0-0 curve, but I mean, Edwards he's not afraid to use that curveball. I mean, he's throwing into a righty with that curve. I mean, he can't leave it up forever, but that was beautiful. Oh my Lord.
He's bounced back quite well after hitting the first bat of the game and walking the second. That one in the dirt, headed down to second base, and in there safely with the throw skipping into center field is Kobe Hatcher. He will remain there, so Junior Jays move a man into runner in scoring position situation.
That's a great read by Kobe Hatcher. I know they practice those dirt ball reads, and at first you can kind of see that curveball dip down. As soon as he saw it, obviously dipping towards the dirt, he had no hesitation and took that base. Great base running by Kobe Hatcher.
So the count now 1-1 on Peterson. 12th pitch coming now for Edwards. Again goes off speed, and again gets the hitter to buckle, and it's 1-2.
That pitch is dialed from Edwards right now. He is throwing that whenever, wherever, however he wants to throw it right now, and the Junior Jays can't find it. I mean, I know it's only the first inning, but that's going to be a problem pitch.
Elliot Peterson, the Southeast Community College signee, will have to wait as once again Edwards checks on the runner. Kobe Hatcher at second base. He walks. Ryberg led off the inning taking a hit by pitch, but then was picked off trying to get to second base from first. This is chopped to short, mishandled, and Hatcher safe. Runner coming home now. The throw is not in time.
Wow.
Heads up play by Kobe Hatcher to score the run, and the Junior Jays lead 1-0.
That is some of the best base running I've seen the Junior Jays have. I mean, it's only the first game of the year, but I've watched some games in my past, and that was great base running. I mean, he noticed that he had trouble at short, and Mooney probably saw it and waved him home, and Kobe had the speed to get it there.
That'll be ruled an E6, an error against Isaiah Miller at short. And now Jack Thiele stepping in, the first baseman.
Yeah, this Jack Thiele is obviously he's a great utility guy. I played with him my freshman year. One of the best hitters I probably have ever seen, and I know during tryouts this year he hit back-to-back home runs. So this kid has a little pop in his bat.
1-0 from Edwards is in there on the outside corner.
It's a great two-seam fastball. So started a middle out, and let it run to the outside corner and caught Thiele. Great pitch.
Count 1-1. Pitch jammed him, popped up toward the Wolves dugout. They get out of the way over there, and it's just over the fence, out of play. So Thiele will live to see another pitch, and it's 1-2.
That's great. That's a great fighting ability right there. I mean, obviously he didn't. It wasn't the pitch he was looking for to get a hit, put it in play, but I mean, he just put his bat on it and lives to fight another day.
Peterson takes his lead off first. The 1-2 pitch fouled off. Thiele certainly out in front and on top of that off-speed pitch once again, but able to stay in there.
Yeah, Thiele noticed that curveball. I think Edwards has been throwing that curveball a lot of 1-2. I mean, it's been dancing for him all night, but I mean, he noticed it, and if he leaves that up there anymore, they're hitting this to the moon.
Another 1-2. That one well outside. The 18th pitch of the first inning. for Edwards.
Yeah, you try to go fastball up. Obviously, you didn't catch Teely's eye, but it's a great idea of a pitch when you're up when it's your count. But
once again, stepping off is Edwards. Now ready to go with the 2-2 pitch. On the way, grounded toward third, playable for Harrahill. He fires across the diamond, and he's safe. And Peterson with a heads-up play to get to third. Base running on point early for the Junior Jays.
Wow, Teely's got speed. I mean, that ball did not roll very fast. He took a huge hop before it got to Ryan Harrahill, but Ryan Harrahill threw it probably as hard as he could, and he just didn't get it in time. No one covered third, and everyone thought the inning was over, but no one covered third, and he got it. Elliot Peterson took third right from the Wolves.
And that was also a product of Harrahill having to wait for the big hop on this turf. You can't necessarily run up to the ball and scoop it. As the first pitch is swung on and grounded by Zach Ryan to second. And the play is made over there by Xavier Kavanaugh. The first inning is over. Junior Jays lead 1-0. Back in a moment for the second. Welcome back to Jurgensen Park. Ready for the top of the second inning. Elkhorn North trailing by a run after the Junior Jays played a little small ball, just running the base as well, and able to score from second base on an E6 was Kobe Hatcher.
Yeah, Xavier Kavanaugh batted .500 last year, and he played most of their games. And I mean, this kid has popped in his bat. I know he plays prospect baseball, so this kid's probably going to go somewhere to play for college, if not already signed. But I mean, yeah, this kid's special.
1-0 to Kavanaugh is in there from O'Malley.
Great pitch by Robert O'Malley.
Kavanaugh second on the team in batting average over the summer and led the squad in runs batted in. There's a reason they got him at cleanup as he lifts this one center field. Going back, Ryberg, and he makes the catch just shy of the warning track. So you see some of that power from Kavanaugh. He knows he just missed it, and there's one down.
Great play by Sam Ryberg, hopping on his horse and having a turn right off the pop of the bat. I mean, he was close. That ball was a couple inches maybe of not going in Prep's favor, but Sam Ryberg using that length to his advantage and stretching out and getting that baseball.
Now stepping in is Drew Brody, the first baseman for Elkhorn North. Going after the first pitch and pulls it foul.
Great off-speed pitch. Obviously starting it a little bit outside and having it work its way back in. I mean, obviously the hitter noticed it right away and tried to do as much as he could with it, but just hits it foul in the end.
0-1 from O'Malley is inside, ball one. Head coach Anthony Dunn said of Drew Brody that He'll look to anchor our lineup hitting-wise as far as drive-in runs goes. And you look at the numbers last season, certainly backs it up. Tied for the team lead in home runs with 4 and led the team in runs batted in with 17.
Wow.
1-1 pitch in the dirt. Just a bit outside as well, so 2-1 the count. 4 up, 4 down thus far for Robert O'Malley through 12 pitches in the first inning.
I've noticed he's kind of not gone from the windup. I mean, he's going from the stretch. It's a lot more comfortable for him, so that's a big adjustment for Robert.
Now the count goes to 3-1. O'Malley really for the first time today falling behind.
Yeah, these Elkhorn North hitters are not really giving O'Malley the inside at all. They're kind of taking it away from him, crowding the plate a little bit, but yeah.
Swinging away on 3-1 is Brody, but he pokes it foul. And we're all full at 3-2. 20 pitches now for the Creighton Prep ace.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what pitch they try to go with here. He's back in his windup, so I maybe a hook for him.
Up and away. That's ball 4. And Drew Brody will take a walk with 1 down in the second inning.
Yeah, that's great play discipline. Obviously, the fastball up. It wasn't the spot Robert O'Malley was trying to obviously put the fastball, but I mean, great play discipline by Brody.
So now we'll see the designated hitter, Khalees Edwards, coming to the plate. Edwards committed to Midland University, but not for baseball, for football, so multi-sport star as he takes that one on the inside corner for strike 1. Edwards, just like Brody, crowding that plate.
They are not letting Robert O'Malley have this inside part of the plate. They're making him work mostly out to middle, so kind of in the hitter's favor here.
0-1 pitch. That one knocked up in the air and foul to the right side.
Yeah,
O'Malley, a good bounce back, getting ahead 0-2.
Yeah, Robert O'Malley's not much. He's a flamethrower to an extent, but he's mostly a pinpoint guy. I mean, he can put the pitcher kind of wherever he wants to put it, but he doesn't throw like Ryan Hare, who throws 94 miles an hour, but he can put the ball wherever he wants to.
His changeup is his most comfortable pitch. Looked like he went off speed that time, but just up and out of the zone.
Very, very close to being called. Very close to being strike 3 there, but I mean, obviously, just the call didn't go his way. But that's a great spot for that pitch.
1-2 the count. Drew Brody on first. He walked. Delivery to Edwards. That time up and away by a wider margin. And now 2-2.
Yeah, they're trying to work it mostly outside. Maybe, I'm pretty sure they're probably trying to get a rollover ground ball here to either side, but try to get that double play.
O'Malley has thrown 13 pitches now in the second inning. 25 total. Here's 26. Instead, it'll be a move over to first base to keep Brody honest.
Yeah, this Elkhorn North team, we're not sure if they can really run. We don't have the stats for it, but, I mean, from what they've shown, I mean, they've only really had 1 base runner on base. I mean, they're not – that's a pretty big lead for a lefty, so, yeah.
Runner goes outside. Ryan's throw will be wide of second base, and it's a steal for Drew Brody. And the count also now full at 3-2.
Yeah, I mean, that's obviously dialed up, and I feel like I keep calling these moves that Elkhorn North and Prep are doing. I mean, I said Ryberg probably has some legs, stole the next pitch, and I said Elkhorn North has legs, and they stole the next pitch. So, obviously, these teams are not afraid of each other at all. I mean, these guys are trying to own the base pass. I mean, that's a huge part of the game. So, 3-2. Let's see what happens here.
Road's starting to get a bit bumpy for Robert O'Malley. This is a huge moment coming up, trying to preserve the 1-0 lead. Payoff is cut on and missed. O'Malley blows the fastball by him for strike 3.
Great pitch from Robert O'Malley. That fastball was well executed. It had a little bit of run to it, and obviously that you got to be thinking that pitch if it's up in the zone like that. And obviously he was not 100%. Hitter was not 100% set on the fastball, and obviously Robert O'Malley blew it right by him.
Second strikeout for Robert O'Malley, both of the swinging variety. And now it'll be Ethan Edwards stepping in. Swing at the first pitch, look out, a wicked line drive off to the left side and foul. Edwards, the starting pitcher today for Elkhorn North.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about this kid on the bump, but I mean, this kid could probably hit as well as this Elkhorn North lineup can. There's a lot of guys that just hit between the 300 and 200 marks, but a lot of guys that obviously hit from the 500 mark. I mean, Edwards is not one of those guys that hits from the 500 mark, but he's still a hitter.
Swings and misses. Throw back to second from Ryan. But back in there safely is Brody, so we're seeing early on these base runners got to keep their heads on a swivel, especially with Zach Ryan, the St. Cloud State signee back there. But 0-2 the count now on Edwards, who, to your point, led the Wolves in batting average last spring with a .392 mark.
Yeah, I mean, this guy can hit. I mean, obviously you can see the outfield shift. This guy apparently cannot pull the baseball, so, I mean, hopefully that doesn't bite Prep in the long run here, but
30th pitch of the game for O'Malley is fouled back into the netting. Count remains 0-2.
Yeah, you can kind of notice this outfield shift here. There's a huge gap in right center. I don't know if we can see that, but they are not worried about him pulling the baseball at all, I guess. I mean, this guy batted .392 last year, but I mean, I don't know. Maybe he can't pull the baseball.
That gap will continue to widen as the second baseman, Mooney, inches a little closer to second base to keep Brody honest. O'Malley steps off to send him back to the bag. Parker Mooney feeds him some signs back.
Yeah, they're Prep's very good. They practice the back pick a lot. I played my freshman year for Prep, and we practiced the back pick a lot on second because that's how Prep has won state championships in the past.
That is low. 1-2 now the count.
Obviously, I mean, don't worry about it. I mean, we got some people up in the press box. I mean, I thought that was strike three, and the two people to my right thought it was strike three as well, but that's a great pitch from Robert O'Malley.
Got plenty of pitches to play with. Mooney again dancing around at second base with Brody. Now O'Malley comes home, and it's well outside. Ryan will look to make a play at third, but Brody able to get there in time as that one skipped away from the Prep backstop.
Yeah, I mean, obviously that slider was a little bit out of the zone. It started more middle and worked middle out. Obviously, it was too spinny. Got away from Zach Ryan. Obviously, those are the pitches as a catcher you want to have back. He tried to do everything he could to block it. He did everything he could. Obviously, the reaction time on those pitches is hard, but he did his best.
2-2 pitch to Edwards is lined down the left field line and foul.
Yeah. This kid can hit. He's staying alive as much as he can, driving this Robert O'Malley pitch count up. I mean, that's got to be huge in baseball, especially for those two teams this is a Prep's ace, and they're trying to just drive his pitch count as high as they can go. I mean, Elkhorn North's got guys back in their bullpen. Prep does too, but I mean, they're saving their aces for obviously the weekend this weekend. No, it's weekend this weekend. That's odd. This weekend, and those two guys are great, but Edwards he's done the best he can do, honestly.
Another 2-2 from O'Malley. Off speed, and it's just upstairs to fill the count.
I thought that was strike three. I'm not going to lie to you. That was a beautiful, beautiful off speed that started middle in and worked middle out. I don't even really know where that pitch missed.
3-2, swing and a miss. O'Malley has to throw 23 pitches in the second, but he gets out of it unscathed with back-to-back Ks. We'll head to the bottom half coming up next. Bottom of the second inning, bottom third of the Creighton Prep order come to the plate, starting with Grant Hatcher, the third baseman. As Ethan Edwards goes back to work and fields a ground ball right back to him, goes underhand to first base. One pitch, one out for Ethan Edwards.
Yeah, if you're Grant Hatcher, you cannot be mad at that at all. Honestly, that's a beautiful hit right up the middle, but obviously he snared it right when it was his reaction time. He caught it perfectly, and took one away from the Junior Jays, but you can't be mad at that if you're the hitter.
So that'll be Jack Stessman, the left fielder, showing bunt and pulling back as it's outside for ball one.
This is the other half of the Creighton Prep 1-2 punch at running back last year. Obviously a team that had the ability to go very, very far in the state playoff, but ended up falling short.
Stessman again looking for that bunt, but unable to get it down. So strike one. Junior Jays lead 1-0 as Kobe Hatcher walked with one out in the first inning and ended up scoring from second on an error by the shortstop. It is now 2-1 on Stessman.
Don't expect a bunt here at all.
Indeed, he swings away, and a foul tip. So 2-2.
I just swung over that. Maybe a little bend. It could have been. Obviously, I can't see everything up here, but probably a little bit of an off speed, maybe a little bit of a two-seam just running in, but great pitch from Edwards.
Edwards threw 20 pitches in the first inning. Here's number 6 of the second, and it is pulled just outside the first base line and foul. Stessman got a pretty good piece of that, just on top of it. Edwards looks in, now ready for the 2-2. Good layoff by Stessman as that slider, at least from our vantage point, right behind the plate, looked like it was coming right down the middle, but bends at the last second, and Stessman watches it out of the zone, count full.
That pitch is dancing. We are only in the bottom of the second inning, and that pitch has struck out a lot of prep hitters.
And Stessman takes a walk. So he sees that one low from Edwards. And once again, with one out in the inning, the Junior Jays have a base runner on a walk.
Yeah, this is one of the, obviously I said earlier, not one of the 4 returners. If we had 14 returners last year, this is not one of them. Grant played a lot of JV last year, and obviously getting his chance to shine at the big stage. And this kid can play, he can throw, he can run, he can hit. So excited to see what he does.
Shortstop Grant Summers takes one low and quickly to his feet to check on the runner as Wells behind the plate. Pitch number 30 will be the next one for Ethan Edwards. On the way and taken once again. Summers out ahead, 2 balls, no strikes.
Yeah, I expect him to get the green light here. Obviously, we're going to have a mound visit for Elkhorn North. Maybe just to calm him down. This is a 2-0. These guys that are coming up on deck, on base, and batting right now are all dangerous hitters. I honestly don't even know what we're going to get from the Junior Jays here, let alone Elkhorn North.
Yeah, so after the Grant Hatcher ground out back to the mound to start the second inning, Stessman of the walk, Summers ahead in the count, and as he said, dangerous road ahead with the leadoff man coming up next, and Sam Ryberg, Kobe Hatcher, and then Parker Mooney after that. 2 of those 3 guys got on base. Ryberg on a hit by pitch, Hatcher on the walk. As the conversation is over.
Yeah, I don't think they're thinking about pulling him. Maybe they're gonna. We do actually see activity in the Elkhorn North bullpen. I do see a catcher out there. I don't know if we have an actual pitcher out there or not, but I do not see.
And that won't help. Line back into center field, a base hit for Summers. And the Creighton Prep 8-9 hitters doing some work in the second inning. 2 on, 1 out for the Junior Jays.
What a debut for Grant Sommers. First time ever getting at bat on varsity and a line drive right up the middle like you're taught to do at every level of baseball.
Just sending it right back to where it came from. Summers at first, Stessman at second, and it's back to the top of the order with Sam Ryberg.
Yeah, I mean, no, 1 out. I mean, obviously you cannot hit a rollover ground ball here if you're Prep. Maybe they send the runner through. Both these guys have wheels, so we'll find out.
Ryberg showed bunt for a split second and then pulled it back as the pitch sailed outside.
Yeah, bunting is a huge part of Creighton Prep's offense. Coach Mooney loves to use them to get runners over, especially in this situation. I mean, we do have Kobe Hatcher on deck, so if it comes down to Sam Ryberg sacrifice bunt here, second and third, 2 outs, I think Kobe Hatcher could bring him in.
Throw back to first base where Summers is back in safely. Ryberg in the first inning was hit by a pitch on the second pitch of the ball game from Edwards. However, with nobody out, he was picked off trying to make a move from first to second base. 1-0 pitch from Edwards. Ryberg lays
Beautiful
off, and it's
spot.
on the outside corner for strike one.
That's a beautiful spot. I mean, that's an electric fastball. If you can, I think the fastball is probably the most dangerous pitch, obviously, just because you can put it. It's the most commandful pitch you ever have in your arsenal, and you can kind of put it wherever you want. So, I mean, that's Edwards showing us that pitch is very dangerous.
1-1 off speed, and Ryberg takes a big whack at that one, but unable to connect, and it's 1-2.
Yeah, that curveball has been dancing for him all game. It's been dominant since the first at bat he ever threw it, and I mean the Prep hitters really haven't had an answer for it.
Edwards about to match Robert O'Malley on the other side with his 35th pitch of the afternoon. Off speed again, Ryberg one hop to second base, and they get the out at second. Now coming home is Stessman, and he will score on a base running play for the Junior Jays. It's 2-0 Creighton Prep.
That is 2 of those plays back-to-back that have been great base running plays that have resulted in runs for the Junior Jays. Stessman and Coach Mooney noticing that they were not focused on the third baseline at all, and Coach Mooney and Stessman took advantage of it, and Junior Jays end up going 2-0, up 2-0.
Ryberg reaches on the fielder's choice. And now it'll be the two-hitter. Hatcher popping one up right side into foul territory, long run, and that's a foul ball. That was the right fielder giving chase. Luke Tillman overran it a little bit.
Yeah.
He got into position to make the play, but had to reach back and couldn't reel it in.
Yeah, I mean, that's a tough play. I mean, obviously that ball is in no man's land over there. I mean, Tillman made a great effort to go and get it, but ends up just falling short. But luckily, foul ball.
Junior Jays weren't sure for a moment. Thought it might have been fair with the ball potentially coming off the glove of Tillman and back onto the white chalk, but home plate umpire ruled it foul. So with an 0-1 count, the Hatcher stepping back in.
This is one of 2 Hatchers for Creighton Prep. Obviously, Kobe Hatcher up to bat right now, and then Grant Hatcher, who bats down in the order, but both of them are great guys and obviously great hitters.
Kobe Hatcher, a junior, Grant Hatcher, a senior. One from Edwards. Runner goes, and they won't have a chance to get the out at second. A stolen bag for Sam Ryberg.
Sam Ryberg has got some wheels that I didn't know about. Obviously, he plays center field, so he's got to have wheels of some kind, and not afraid at all. Got picked off last time trying to steal second, and this time he didn't care and just went out and took it from him.
Pitch was in the zone, so now 0-2. Here's the delivery. Hatcher watches it skip away. Catcher doesn't know where it is, and taking third base on the wild pitch is Ryberg.
Yeah, the Junior Jays have a chance here to go up 3-0 early in the first 2 innings, and I mean, if they can cash in here, that's a huge momentum builder for the Junior Jays. That's going to force the Elkhorn North to go to the bullpen. We do see activity in the Elkhorn North bullpen. Really can't see a number, but they do have activity in the bullpen.
1-2 pitch is low once again and corralled by Trey Wells behind the dish. So Ryberg remains at third, and the count now 2-2.
We do see someone throwing in the prep bullpen. I really do not know who that is, but who is it? Oh, okay. It's Robert O'Malley just staying warm. Obviously, the cold temperatures here. We can feel it in the press box. I am currently wearing shorts, so I am very cold.
Again, low and outside to Wells, 3-2. That's a bold move on your part, Jack.
It is a very bold move. I honestly thought that there was heat in here, and obviously there is heat in here that I've just been told. But I mean, I'm fine, Tyler.
3-2 pitch is hit in the air, right field. Wind will help it, and it's off the base of the wall. The run comes in from third, Ryberg, and steaming into second with a run-scoring double is Kobe Hatcher.
Yeah, that's huge for the Junior Jays, and that's a huge momentum boost for the Junior Jays. A double off the wall. I thought the wind was going to carry it over the wall, just barely a one-hop, but that's huge for the Junior Jays.
So that will bring up Parker Mooney with a man in scoring position. Kobe Hatcher comes through with 2 outs for the Junior Jays. As Ethan Edwards now giving up 3 earned runs. Make it 2 earned runs with that error in the first. But 41 pitches now on the afternoon as he misses high on his first delivery to Mooney.
Yeah, the Elkhorn North pitching staff has got to start worrying about Edwards' pitch count if they're going to need him this weekend, because this is a guy that could, I mean, come in for relief maybe on Saturday this week, but I mean, they got to keep him below 50.
Mooney watches the off-speed pitch sail in for strike 1. Thank you. Count even now.
Obviously the fans getting in Parker Mooney's Parker Mooney's mom getting in Parker Mooney's corner right now up here in the booth with us, but he has kind of struggled with the curveball and the off-speed here from Edwards today. Edwards sat him down the first time looking at the curveball, and he threw. That's the only strike here is the curveball. So fastball just misses away on the last pitch.
2-1 off-speed again, and Mooney once again can't connect. 2-2 counts.
Yeah, if I'm Edwards, I'd throw the same pitch again, same spot. Maybe that's what he'll do. I think just Mooney's struggling too much with the curveball and the off-speed to not throw it again.
2-2 pitch. Got him on the outside corner, and that time went with the heater. And the second inning is in the books. Junior J is able to add 2 more to their lead. It's 3-0 Creighton Prep. Ready for the top of the third inning here at Jurgensen Park. Ryan Harrahill the 8-hitter leading off for Elkhorn North. Robert O'Malley back to work for the Junior Jays as he fires low for ball 1 on a fastball. 36th pitch of the game for O'Malley, through 12 in the first inning and 23 in the second, but yet to concede a run.
Yeah, we have been told that Robert O'Malley's pitch count today is limited to 50 just so they can start building him up through the season. Obviously, this is kind of a preliminary, obviously, to league play we're going to get into with the NSAA season, but they're just trying to work Robert O'Malley up to the point where he can throw maybe 80 pitches in a game, 90 pitches if it gets to that point, but I think today's limit's going to be 50.
Swing and a miss from Arahill. He's behind 1-2. The University of Nebraska commit. First team all-conference selection last year. All-state honorable mention in the 2021 spring season.
Yeah, this kid is amazing.
O'Malley looking to put him away, and he does. Got him swinging on 3 consecutive pitches. And that is strikeout number 4 for Robert O'Malley.
We have been told that his pitch count limit is 50, but I assume Prep is probably going to get someone up in the bullpen in a minute, so we'll see who it is, who they bring in next.
This will be pitch number 40 for O'Malley as it's taken low for ball 1 by Chris Thiessen, the left fielder. Thiessen, the bottom of the order for Elkhorn North. Leadoff man Trey Wells waiting on deck.
We do have a nice crowd here for it being this kind of cold at this game today.
Slap toward third. Missing on the dive, and easily safe is Thiessen, as that was the third baseman Grant Hatcher unable to come up with it, and Summers had to try and make a miracle throw. So that'll be an infield hit. And a base runner for Elkhorn North for Trey Wells, the leadoff man.
I believe that is the first hit for the Wolves today.
It is.
I mean, obviously that's a tough play if you're Grant Hatcher and Grant Summers. The two Grants could not make the play, but I mean Grant Summers did his best to try to throw him out. That's a great hit.
Now Wells fights one off and serves into right, a base hit. And moving up 90 feet to second base is Thiessen, and all of a sudden the Wolves, trailing by 3, are in business with 2 on and 1 out.
Yeah, there is only 1 out. I mean, obviously there is still the possibility of the double play, but I don't see. We are going to have a courtesy runner, I believe, for Wells. It's going to be number 11. I do not know.
Number 11, that's Colin Novacek.
He is going to courtesy run for the catcher, Trey. We do not see. I don't really see any activity in the bullpen right now for Prep, but yeah.
Novacek at first. Second base is Thiessen. And now at the plate, Luke Tillman struck out swinging his first time up. Showing bunt and taps it foul. O'Malley gets a head, strike 1.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, if you're Elkhorn North, that's the smart thing to do. Obviously, try to move the runners over with only 1 out, so there would be 2 outs with the runners at second and third. But you gotta, if you're gonna bunt here, you gotta be able to put this down with this pitch, because Robert O'Malley's gonna come at you here if he knows you're gonna bunt.
O'Malley worked out of a jam in the second inning with a runner on a third and 1 out. As he looks Thiessen back to second base.
I do see Elliot Peterson walking over to the Creighton Prep bullpen. We might see a pitcher going to warm. We do see
Ryan Bauer.
It is Ryan Bauer getting ready to warm up for the Junior Jays. Great bullpen option, and we have a
hit by pitch.
Yeah, the bases are now loaded for the Elkhorn North High School Wolves, and this is obviously they're going to call time for him to be able to recover, but I mean, it's Bauer, right?
Yep, Ryan Bauer.
Ryan Bauer's starting to warm up a lot faster than what he was, so I think Robert O'Malley they're going to give maybe Robert O'Malley 1 more batter, but oh no, they're not.
Could just be a mound visit. This is not Coach Mooney heading out to the mound.
This is Coach Wellwood.
Yep, bases are now loaded.
Going out probably just to give Bauer some time to throw some pitches and actually get loose. This is the Junior J's pitching coach, so they're probably just going to try to come up with a scheme and see what Robert wants to throw. But yeah, it's probably just to give Bauer some time to get his arm loose, because it is very cold. They moved the game up from 7:30 to 4:30 today just because of the weather. It's supposed to be really cold. Obviously, I would not want to be sitting in this booth at 9 o'clock tonight in shorts, and it'd be freezing, but I probably wouldn't have wore shorts. But
So the base is loaded now as Chris Thiessen, with one out after Harehill struck out to lead off the inning. Thiessen got on with a single. Trey Wells single to right field. And then Luke Tillman drilled below the knees on a hit by pitch. And now the 3-hitter, Easton Maines, with the bases juiced.
yeah, this is something Elkhorn North needs a huge hit here. Obviously, the Junior Jays in the outfield are playing a big shift. They're leaving the right field gap open. I guess he likes to pull the ball. We'll find out. Just down.
Just low for ball one.
Yeah, I mean, that's a great spot. I'm kind of surprised he did not swing at that. I mean, that was a great spot for Robert O'Malley to throw that opening pitch, but just missed.
Pitch number 45 coming here for O'Malley. And that one is in there as he went off speed. Count even 1-1.
Great idea for Robert O'Malley there. Obviously, a lot of people think 1-0 if you're going to throw a fastball. Not Robert O'Malley. Robert O'Malley's going to go to the off-speed curveball there, and it fools the hitter.
1-1 is fought off. Back towards second base. Stepping on the bag is Summers, and a double play to end the inning.
That is huge for the Junior Jays. That gives Ryan Bauer a ton of time to warm up. That just fires him up. Grant Summers showing that he is 100% a varsity-level player and turning that double play all by himself. We'll be right back after this.
Back here for the bottom of the third inning, we have a pitching change for Elkhorn North as number 21, Rowan Leahy, the senior left-hander, is into the game. So Ethan Edwards, the starter, finishes with 46 pitch count, 2 innings pitched, faced 12 hitters, 3 runs allowed, 2 earned, 2 strikeouts, 2 walks. As Elliot Peterson steps in, and the first delivery from Leahy in there for strike 1.
Yeah, I mean, that was a good. I mean, obviously that was a good spot. But it was just a little outside, but good spot.
Working quickly, that one is shot down the left field line. Peterson will turn first and head for second. The throw is not in time. An extra base hit to lead things off in the third for Elliot Peterson.
Yeah, huge leadoff hit for the Junior Jays. That is a huge momentum booster because bringing in a new pitcher, obviously, you have a little bit of the factor of we don't know what we're going to see, obviously, but Elliot Peterson didn't care. He pulls the ball right into the left field corner and gets a double out of it. Huge start for the Junior Jays.
Trey Wells, catcher, will call time and go speak to his newly acquainted pitcher. As Jack Thiele prepares to step in for Creighton Prep with a man in scoring position. Thiele singled in the first inning on a 1-2 count. Peterson already dancing around off the second base. Both the middle infielders for Elkhorn North, Ryan Harrahill and Isaiah Miller, Miller and Kavanaugh, keeping an eye on him as the bunt is down. It's a good one. Having to hurry is Leahy, and it skips away. This will score a run. Peterson is in, and it's 4-0 Junior Jays.
Yeah, what a bunt by Thiele. I mean, obviously he's just trying to move Elliot Peterson over, but the Wolves have struggled with the bunt. Like, I mean, they've had a lot of infield errors. That's going to be counted as a hit, but they have one error, and I mean, that is obviously a half and half, obviously half hit, half error, but I mean, that bad scoop by the first baseman scores a run for Prep, and they're up 4-0.
And Leahy only throws 3 pitches and has an earned run to his name. Zach Ryan swinging away at the first pitch and fouls it straight back. Ryan grounded out to second base on the first pitch of his first inning at bat. A 1 to Ryan. Instead, it'll be a move over to first from Leahy, who was third on the team last spring with 22 1/3 innings pitched. Carried a 1-2 record, 5.33 ERA, 15 strikeouts, 12 walks. As he delivers the 0-1 to Ryan, and it sails up and outside to even the count.
Yeah, Thiele's not getting a big lead over the big lead, over there at first. He's not, obviously it's a lefty, so he's gonna have to shorten his step by a half step. But I mean, he's not getting a big lead, but there's still something to throw over there.
1-1, runner goes. Thiele got a great jump, and it was an off-speed pitch too, so a stolen base for Thiele as Ryan swings and misses, and the count 1-2.
Yeah, great base running there by Thiele. He noticed. I mean, obviously that is a curveball. A curveball helped him there because that doesn't really give the catcher a chance to actually throw down, but obviously great base running there by Thiele.
Now the 1-2 from Leahy. Ryan watches it, miss below the zone. The count back to 2-2. Junior Jays 4 runs, 4 hits, no errors. The Wolves, no runs, 2 hits, 1 error in this one.
Yeah, that error has killed the Wolves, obviously. I mean, that brought in a run for them, and I mean, it's kind of bit them back.
Chop to short, playable, and on a bounce, able to get Ryan in time, Isaiah Miller. And finally, Elkhorn North able to take care of the first out.
I mean, obviously, that's kind of like a swinging bunt in a sense. I mean, he grounds right to short, but it's right at Thiele, so Thiele's obviously going to take the base. But, yeah, I mean, that's kind of good case scenario for Prep. Obviously, the better case scenario is a hit, but it moves the runner over with only 1 out.
So it will be Grant Hatcher stepping in, grounded back to the pitcher on the first pitch of his second inning at bat, so 0 for 1. As he takes that one inside for a ball. Got to keep an eye on Thiele over at third base. I already saw that stolen base, so you know he's going to be aggressive with anything in the dirt.
Yeah, Coach Mooney was just talking to him, telling him probably just, I mean, if it's slow roller into right field, he's taking it, but.
Now 2 balls and no strikes as Leahy misses on his 10th pitch of the outing. And the 2-0 to Grant Hatcher. Inside once again.
This is, if I'm Grant Hatcher, I am in take mode. I am not swinging at a pitch. Obviously, if you want to go ahead and swing at it, if it's a meatball, if it's in the wheelhouse, obviously go ahead and give it a ride. But anything else, curveball, anything like that, probably just take.
Leahy fires down the middle for strike 1. He does have 2 bases open to work with, so not necessarily a huge need to be aggressive on the mound, but he does get the strike back. Now the 3-1. Chopped toward third. Harrahill fires, and it is late. And the run comes in as well. Another infield hit for the Junior Jays. That makes it 5-0.
Yeah, I mean, the Junior Jays, they're playing small ball in a sense. I mean, they've had a lot of infield hits, a lot of swinging bunts, a lot of bunts. I mean, and they've had a couple hits in the outfield. Obviously, Ellie Peterson's leadoff double in this inning, but I mean, they're playing really good baseball so far, and they're tearing it up on the base pass.
Stessman to the plate, walked in the second inning, and he pops this one straight up behind the plate, and making the catch up against the wall is Wells, so 2 outs. Trey Wells with great recognition to find that ball in the overcast sky and get to it.
If you are currently watching us, that means you are not watching March Madness. Gonzaga and Georgia State have had a close game, but Gonzaga has pulled away late. They are up 88-65 right now, so just keeping you updated if you are watching this game and not March Madness.
Pickoff try in the dirt, able to be corralled over at first base by Ryan Harrahill. So Harrahill has moved over to third base. Defensive switch for Elkhorn North. Looks like Carson Ripley might be in over at third. Have to double check that. As that's up and away. Ball 1 to Creighton Prep 9-hitter Grant Summers. 2 balls, no strikes. Summers checking the card off to the side of the plate. Ready to go, ahead in the count, 2 balls, no strikes. And he takes up and away. Pump fake from behind the plate from Wells. And a 3-ball, no strike count.
Yeah, your Grant's probably in take mode here. I don't think he's swinging anything here. He probably just has the red light until if it gets to the 3-1, he has green light. Swing away.
Finding that first strike is Leahy, so 3-1. Standing at first base is Grant Hatcher. He singled in a run on an infield single to make it a 5-0 game earlier in the inning. That one lined into center field, and a diving try. It skips away. This is going to score another run.
This is trouble.
Hatcher coming around third to score, and stopping at second base with what I'm sure will be scored a run-scoring double is Grant Summers, who has impressed in his varsity debut.
Yeah, he is 2 for 2, 1 with a single, 1 with a double, halfway to the cycle, but obviously he's got 2 big mountains to climb if he's going to go for the cycle with the home run and the triple. But, yeah, he's shining in his debut on varsity as a shortstop.
Easton Maines unable to come up with it on the diving try out in center field. He's frustrated, and with that turf field we have here at Jurgensen Park, ball skipped away a lot more than it normally would, allowing an easy score for Hatcher.
Oof. It's just outside, I think. Obviously, that's a borderline pitch. That pitch can go either way, but mostly leaning towards the strike, but called a ball by the umpire.
Sam Ryberg at the plate. Swinging away and shooting one just foul down the right field line. His father, Joe Ryberg, the first base coach over there, had to duck out of the way of that one.
Yeah, I mean, if I was Sam, I mean, if you're going to hit it that way, don't hit your dad. It's going to be a long, long talk at home if you give him a bruise. We don't really see any activity in the Creighton Prep bullpen. We saw Ryan Bauer earlier, but we do see Robert O'Malley doing a little bit of, I don't know what that floppy stick is called, but.
Ryberg again in swing mode and takes that one foul off toward the batting cages. Now 1-2 on the Creighton Prep leadoff man. 22 pitches in this third inning from Rowan Leahy, who replaced Ethan Edwards, who went 2 innings. Edwards gave up 2 earned runs, 1 unearned. Leahy has given up 2 runs, both earned, as Ryberg chops this one foul to the right side. And they'll do it again at 1-2.
We do think Robert O'Malley is officially done. He is kind of doing his flush technique that they do here at Prep. So we think we're going to see Ryan Bauer next inning, but, I mean, obviously, who knows? We don't see him in the bullpen right now. Maybe that's because they don't want to – this inning has been long, so we don't know if they might just send him out. They might send Bauer out just to obviously just warm up on the mound, but we haven't really seen him in the bullpen.
Runner goes on the 1-2 as Ryberg lifts it behind short.
That's a no-man zone.
This is a long run, and it drops in front of Maines. It'll be an RBI single as Summers comes in to score, and everything bouncing the right way for the Junior Jays. A 7-0 game.
That's huge for them. I mean, the Junior Jays are having a huge inning here. I mean, obviously scoring 1 run, 2, and then 4 here in this inning. But, I mean, Junior Jays have not let off the gas at all.
So RBI single for Sam Ryberg. Junior Jays up by 7. As that one in there for strike 1 as Kobe Hatcher with a look of disgust at the home plate umpire.
He did not agree with that at all. Just inside, though.
The 0-1 is knocked foul into the netting, so quickly 0-2 on Kobe Hatcher. Junior Jays have brought 8 men to the plate here in the third inning. All started with the cleanup man, Elliot Peterson. He doubled. Jack Thiele singled him in to score. Zach Ryan grounded out. Grant Hatcher singled. Stessman popped out to the catcher. Summers doubled, and then Ryberg singled. Ryberg running. That one grounded back through the legs of the pitcher, and a nice pick at second base to get the out. Xavier Kavanaugh ends the inning, but the Junior Jays had 4 more in the third. They lead by 7.
Yeah. We'll see you right after this.
Back here for the top of the 4th inning, Creighton Prep and Elkhorn North on opening day. Robert O'Malley is back to work for the Junior Jays, already with 3 scoreless innings under his belt. 4 strikeouts for the Creighton Prep ace.
I was wrong, Tyler. I thought he was getting ready to start his flush technique, and I was wrong. He's coming back out maybe just for 1 batter or 2, just depending on how he feels.
And the first batter will be Kavanaugh, the second baseman, made the fine defensive play to end the bottom of the third, in which the Junior Jays scored 4.
Yeah, that play was amazing by Xavier Kavanaugh. He was just in the right place, right time.
That one lifted into center field. Ryberg turns around, and it's off the wall on a bounce. That'll be an easy double for Kavanaugh as he pulls up at second base. And a strong start to the 4th inning for Elkhorn North. We'll see if this quickens the pace at all for Ryan Bauer, who's still out in that Creighton Prep bullpen.
Yeah, that's a beautiful piece of hitting. He didn't hit it far enough in the first. Did not hit it far enough in his first at bat, but he got all of it on that pitch.
Yeah, flew out to center field in that second inning, just shy of the warning track, and once again able to get one over the head of Sam Ryberg out there. So Kavanaugh showing off his stuff at the plate.
Yeah, I can't see O'Malley. Maybe he'll face this batter, maybe half this batter.
Now batting number 14, Carson Ripley.
Carson Ripley will be in to hit for Drew Brody. So Brody has come out of the game. Hara Hill moved over from third to first, and taking his spot at third is Ripley, number 14.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Robert O'Malley might see just this hitter. And then after that, there are two guys throwing in the bullpen, one with their hoodie on. I don't know who that is, but Ryan Bauer is one of them. I don't know who the other one is, but maybe a little bit of a, I don't see a double move for the Junior Jays, but maybe just trying to stay loose with guys playing tomorrow and playing this weekend. So
first pitch to Ripley, a ball. Kavanaugh being held at second by Summers. Now the 1-0 from O'Malley. Once again rides up and away. So a 2-0 count. O'Malley has now thrown 50 pitches. We were told earlier that he would be limited to something around 50. He's hit that half-century mark. Here's 51. Cut on and missed by Ripley. Behind on the fastball. Now 2-1.
it'd be huge for the Junior Jays if O'Malley can send himself off with a strikeout here and give Ryan Bauer the ball with one out and one on second.
2-1 from O'Malley. Is in there on the inside edge of the plate. Ripley had to lean back away from it. O'Malley hits the spot perfectly, and it's 2-2.
Yeah, great pitch by O'Malley. This would be a huge energy booster if he gets a strikeout here.
Now the 2-2 is swung on and missed. 3 consecutive strikes as O'Malley K's Ripley, and there's one down in the fourth.
They are not pulling him. Coach Mooney is not walking out there. He's walking around, but he's not walking out to the mound. But they're going to give Robert O'Malley one more guy.
53 pitches now for the Creighton Prep starter. As Khalees Edwards, his designated hitter, steps in. And
hit the knob of the bat.
Nicked the bat. You don't usually see that, but yeah, good call, Jack. That one right off the butt end of the aluminum stick.
Yeah, I think Coach Mooney is going to check on the bullpen. I think this is, I've said it 8,000 times, this might be Robert O'Malley's last hitter, but I mean, if he can give Ryan Bauer the ball back with 2 outs, that'd be great for the Junior Jays.
1-2 Edwards. Off speed,
Great
and
pitch.
it buckles him. 0-2.
Looking like Edwards' curveball right there that we saw earlier in the game, but great pitch by Robert O'Malley to get this count to 0-2 and throw whatever he wants to throw.
O'Malley has now thrown 5 consecutive strikes after conceding the leadoff double. Here's the 0-2. That one will end the streak as it's upstairs.
Yeah, you can't be mad at that option, though. Obviously, the fastball out and away is a lot, obviously, harder to hit. But, I mean, when you see that ball up, your eyes light up as a hitter.
Edwards struck out swinging in the second inning. Now the 1-2. Grounded to short. Summers ranging to his right, going to have a long throw, and he got him.
What a
Summers
throw.
showing off a cannon.
Grant Sommers has got a cannon, ladies and gentlemen. I'll tell you, that ball, I blinked my eyes once. It was in his hand. The other one, I blinked again, and it was in Thiele's hand at first. And, I mean, that ball was just absolute gas. I can't even describe it. Just absolute gas from shortstop to first.
We'll see another replacement hitter. This is
And
Tyson Fancher.
we are going to see that is Robert O'Malley's limit. They are, I think, going to bring in Ryan Bauer. He is making his move to the bullpen, but that's huge for Junior Jays to give Ryan Bauer the ball here with 2 outs and a runner on third.
So Robert O'Malley's day is done. Finishes with 3 2/3 innings pitched, 57 pitches thrown, 5 strikeouts, just 1 walk, 3 hits allowed, and most importantly for the Junior Jays, he did not give up a run. Ryan Bauer takes over ahead by 7 when we come back. Ryan Bauer into the game for Creighton Prep on the mound. Bauer, a senior right-hander, listed at 6'2", 205 pounds.
For the Wolves,
As
15.
Wolves will take Fancher out of the pinch hitting spot and bring Jet Grossart, the sophomore, in to pinch hit. Outside, ball 1. Have to make a quick adjustment to my scorebook here as Elkhorn North throws us a curveball up here in the booth as Bauer goes with the fastball for strike 1.
A great pitch by Bauer there. He's going after these hitters. He doesn't care.
1-1 to Grossart is slapped toward left field and foul into the bullpen. Grossart just looking to time up Ryan Bauer. Solid contact that time, but the count 1-2.
Great pitch by Bauer just to put it on the outside part of the plate and basically make the hitter hit it perfectly.
Hey,
Strike
got him
3.
looking. Inning over. Ryan Bauer takes care of business to close out the top of the 4th. We'll head to the bottom half with the Junior Jays leading by 7.
Go run.
Parker Mooney steps in to lead off the bottom of the fourth as Elkhorn North makes a pitching change. Brandon Cervania, the senior left-hander, comes into the game. Cervania, 8 2/3 innings pitched last spring, 4.04 ERA, and an 0-1 record. First delivery to Mooney is upstairs for ball one. So Rowan Leahy exits with an inning pitched, 5 hits allowed, and 4 earned runs given up.
We do have Parker Mooney's mom up in the booth with us, so if you do hear screaming, it is her, so do not be mad at us. She's cheering on her son. She says sorry.
Yep.
It is completely okay.
Pretty good crowd, as we mentioned earlier here at Jurgensen. 2-0 pitch is just inside to Mooney. And a 3-0 count. Mooney, definitely a welcome sign for him in this at-bat after he struck out looking in the first, struck out swinging in the second, and takes the count back to 3-1.
If this guy throws a dead right fastball, Parker Mooney is going to hit this to the lacrosse team out in right field.
But instead, goes low in the dirt, and Mooney will trot down to first base with a walk. Now Elliot Peterson, who's had himself a good day, will step in. Brought in the first run of the game in the first inning by reaching on an error, and then in the third inning doubled and came around to score.
Yeah, I mean he's had a day. I mean obviously he provided the Junior Jays with that huge spark in the third inning to put 4 more on the board, and he's looking to do the same thing here.
And he swings away first pitch and drives it down the left field line. This will go all the way to the corner. Mooney's on his horse. He will put on the stoplight at third on the double by Elliot Peterson. And the Junior Jays all of a sudden have 2 in scoring position with nobody out.
I might as well go buy a lottery ticket. I'm going to be honest. I mean, I've said Elliot Peterson's looking to do the same thing, and he did the exact same thing he did the second at bat he had. So, I mean, I don't even know what's going on, Tyler. I'm going to be honest. Apparently, whatever I say comes into play, but yeah.
Crazy things happen when you're on the call, Jack. As we've got Thiele stepping in and swinging away first pitch. This will get the run home as it's bobbled at short, and Thiele will be safe. So 8-0 Junior Jays on an error once again made at short. That time it was number 17, Tyson Fancher out there.
Yeah, the T-Wolves have struggled with just the baseball, the fielding aspect today. They've had two errors, just kind of, I don't want to say roll over ground balls, but not rockets or lasers hit at them. They're fieldable baseballs, but they just haven't come up with the plays. Yeah. Our cameraman just told me maybe the cold is affecting their play style, which obviously could be huge, and going on, your hands get cold.
First pitch to Ryan is bunted back to the mound. This will move both the runners as Ryan is out at first base. So a sack bunt, and 2 are in scoring position once again for the Junior Jays. It'll be Grant Hatcher coming to the plate.
Zach Ryan lays down the sacrifice bunt to move the runners mostly into scoring position. Elliot Peterson at third, Jack Thiele at second.
And at the plate, taking a ball 1 inside, Grant Hatcher. He's 1 for 2 on the day, grounded out to the pitcher in the second inning, and singled, came around to score in the third. 1-0 from Cervania is on the outside edge of the plate.
That frame by Trey did help. Trey Wells did help that pitch out tremendously. He brought it 6 inches from the outside of the zone to the inside, making a strike.
1-1. Able to wait on it, but popping it up into shallow right field is Hatcher. The runner will tag from third. Peterson coming home, and a bobble out there in right will allow both runners to advance. And the Junior Jays lead 9-0 on the sacrifice fly by Grant Hatcher.
I thought Elliot Peterson was going to trip and fall the way he was running. He was running super hard. I literally thought he was going to trip over something, but luckily he didn't.
Now stepping in, it'll be Jack Stessman, the 8-hitter, grounding 1 to second. Routine play for Kavanaugh, and the inning is over. Junior Jays have scored in every inning today. 1 in the first, 2 in the second, 4 in the third, and 2 in the fourth inning. We'll be back for the 5th coming up next. First pitch of the 5th inning is shot back into center field for a base hit by Ryan Harrahill. So Ryan Bauer back to work after finishing off the 4th. Yields a base runner to lead things off.
Yeah, there's Nebraska commit showing why he's committed to Nebraska, and just nice ground ball right up the middle to get the Wolves half of the 5th inning started.
And we'll see Chris Thiessen, the 9-hitter, stepping up. Rolls 1 to third. That is foul. Picked up in front of the bag at third base. Thiessen singled and his lone at bat in the 3rd inning. Got all the way around to 3rd as Elkhorn North loaded the bases in that frame, but Robert O'Malley worked out of a jam with a double play.
Yeah, we do see some guys probably just warming up for the weekend in the prep bullpen. They do have, obviously we'll talk about the upcoming schedule probably later in this inning, but I mean, they don't got an easy road, but they don't got a hard road. They got a kind of medium road. I mean, they got to play Central tomorrow, but other than that, that's really it. And the pitch by Ryan Bauer, slider in for a strike. So the count is now 0-2.
Bauer getting ahead of Thiessen. Taking the lead off first, Harrahill. Teely ready for a potential pickoff move, but Bauer comes home, and that's lined into right field and just foul. Boy, we've had some close calls with the Wolves, sending these down the chalk. But once again, out of play, and Bauer will get back to work, still ahead 0-2.
Yeah, I mean, Ryan Bauer kind of caught a break there. I mean, the wind is blowing out to right field, but it's blowing a little bit more to the right. But other than that, I mean, he just kind of got a little lucky with the wind there.
Another 0-2 from Bauer is grounded to short. Double play chance. Summers to second, 1. Mooney on to first. It's a double play for the Junior Jays. 2 down in the top of the 5th.
Jack Stessman out in left field, feeling the energy from that double play. Came all the way into the infield to back up and started jumping and screaming in excitement.
That's just Jack Stessman for you. He's a character. Call him Chuck on the baseball team. As Bauer faces Trey Wells and misses outside for ball 1. Wells on the day. 1 for 2, grounded out to short in the first, singled in the third. And watch out, that one rides up and in. Bauer falls behind 2-0.
Yeah, I mean, those are the scary moments in baseball. I mean, Bauer throws pretty hard, and obviously getting that up towards your face is very, very scary.
And that time, Bauer puts it in the zone, so the count 2-1. Junior Jays 9 runs on 8 hits, no errors. They've scored in all 4 innings today. Elkhorn North, no runs, 4 hits, 2 errors. As Bauer plants one low and away. 3-1 count to the top of the order.
Yeah, he's got to go after him here. I mean, he's got the green light at the plate. I mean, if you're Bauer, you can't serve him anything too good.
Bauer working quickly, grounded to short. Grant Summers has been busy out there, and he fires another missile on to first. And the top of the 5th inning is in the books. Junior Jays can score a run to win it in the bottom half coming up next. Welcome back. Bottom of the 5th inning here at Creighton Prep. Grant Summers leading things off for the Junior Jays. Brandon Cervania goes back to work for Elkhorn North and fires up and away ball 1. Change at catcher for the Wolves. Mitchell Baker replaces Trey Wells behind the dish.
Yeah, Grant Summers has had himself a day. He's at a double single, and he's looking for 3 for 3 here. Ooh, just swings, just foul ball there. I mean, if I'm Grant Summers, I gotta be wanting another hit here. 3 for 3 in your varsity debut looks great. So
1-1 from Cervania to Summers is taken outside. The count to 2-1. Junior Jays scored once in the first, twice in the second, 4 times in the third, and 2 times in the fourth to take a 9-0 lead. As Summers watches that one ride upstairs, and the count 3-1 to the Creighton Prep 9-hitter.
Yeah, Grant Summers is kind of like the Cubs in 2016. They kind of used the secondary leadoff man for the 9-hole.
Big swing and miss on the low pitch as Summers goes down to a knee, and the count runs full at 3-2.
Maybe fastball up here from Cervania. We really don't know what we're going to get. The curveball hasn't really been there.
Payoff pitch, grounded to third, and a pick over there by Ripley, who fires on to first and gets the out. Summers retired to start the 5th. And that'll bring up Ryberg.
Great play over there. That's they called the hot corner for a reason. I mean, that's a tough play, especially with the ball. Grant Summers can hit balls very, very hard, and I mean, it's great snag over there.
First pitch to Ryberg is taken outside for ball 1.
Yeah, just misses outside with that pitch from Cervania.
Ryberg hit by a pitch in the first inning. Reached on a fielder's choice in the second, came around to score, and singled in the third. As that one evens the count at 1-1. Brandon Cervania took over for the Wolves in the bottom of the fourth inning. Allowed a couple runs in that bottom half as Ryberg takes to make it 2-1. Now the 2-1 to Ryberg is pulled foul.
Great piece of hitting there from Ryberg. I mean, he pulled it just foul, but obviously you have to kind of get started on that fastball in and up just a little bit earlier than you would any other pitch, and does a great job doing it just a little bit early.
Ryberg will step back in. Ready for the 2-2. Takes it and watches it sail outside, and once again the count runs full. Summers had his count fill up to lead off the inning before he grounded out to third. Now the pitch, pulled foul once again, and on the hands of Sam Ryberg.
He's just trying to give a present to his dad. We just had a remark made in the booth. He's just trying to give a present to his dad over there as the first base coach. That's all Sam's trying to do.
He's been sending over there again and again today, and he will send himself down to first base as he takes a walk. Pitch misses high from Cervania.
Yeah, the Junior Jays just looking for a run here. Obviously, they might send Sam Ryberg. I know they are up 9, and that's kind of looked downly upon. Obviously, if you're up 9, you're still stealing. But in NSAA, kind of have to do. It all can come down to run differential. So.
First pitch to Kobe Hatcher is taken for strike one. Hatcher has had a strong day as well for the Junior Jays. Walked and came around to score the game's first run in the first inning. Doubled in the second inning. Grounded out to second in the third. 0-1. He waits on it and lines it right to short. This could be 2. And it is not. Ryberg just able to get back in time as the first baseman did not have his foot on the bag. That's Harrahill over there. So a line out sharply to short.
I thought for sure that Sam got caught sleeping over there. I mean, that was hit hard to the shortstop, and I thought he was for sure done. But Harrahill did not have his foot on the bag, and just misses the double play opportunity.
So now with 2 down, it'll be Parker Mooney stepping in for the Junior Jays. Mooney 0 for 2, has struck out twice, but walked and came around to score in the fourth. Swing at the first pitch, grounded out to short. That will be an easy play for Fancher, taking it to the bag. And the fifth inning is done quickly. We head to the sixth. Junior Jays still lead by 9. Ready to go for the 6th inning here at Jurgensen. Junior Jays lead Elkhorn North by a score of 9-0 as Ryan Bauer fires outside for ball 1 to Colin Novacek.
Great slider there from Ryan Bauer. It's a little bit risky throwing from as a righty into a lefty slider just because it bends so much into their swing path. But great job locating on there.
1-1 to Novacek is swung on and might have made a brief connection with it for a foul tip. Either way, count now 1-2. Zach Ryan still working behind the plate for the Junior Jays.
Doing a great job tonight too. Not any pass balls. He had the one, a little bit of a he blocked it and he just ran away from it a little bit, resulting in someone stealing. But I mean, other than that, he's done a great job tonight.
Bauer's 1-2 is cut on and missed as he went inside and on the hands with it. And Novacek sent back to the dugout, 1 down in the 6th. Bauer with his 2nd K.
I'll tell you what, going back-to-back sliders and then throwing the fastball can definitely throw a hitter off, and it really threw that hitter off there.
So it'll be Easton Maines, the center fielder, stepping in. Bauer able to fire one in there for strike 1. Maines 0 for 2 on the day, grounded out to short in the 1st inning and grounded into a crushing 6-3 double play in the 3rd as Elkhorn North had the bases loaded with 1 out. Bauer outside.
Bauer's running a lot of mostly sliders and fastballs, and he's been able to fool these hitters.
Grounded down the 3rd baseline and foul. Bauer once again getting ahead. It's 1-2. Ryan Bauer working on a 22-pitch afternoon. Relieved Robert O'Malley in the 4th inning with 2 outs. As Maines lays off of that one outside, count now 2-2.
Yeah, I mean, Ryan Bauer, as I said before, he's throwing mainly fastball slider, and he's working fast. I mean, he's already ready to go with the next pitch as soon as he throws it, so.
And a swing and a miss. Chasing well outside the zone that time was Maines, and back-to-back strikeouts for Easton Maines. Or rather, Ryan Bauer as he gets Maines back to the dugout.
That was a huge strikeout for Bauer. I mean, he threw the slider again, and oh boy, did he swing! He swung over it every 56 feet. It looked like a slider. It looked like a fastball, and that last 4, it dropped out of the zone. So, great pitch by Bauer.
Cleanup man Kavanaugh takes a looping pitch outside for ball 1. Kavanaugh doubled in the 4th inning. He's had 2 great at-bats today. Hit a screaming fly out to deep center field in the 3rd inning, and then around the 2nd inning, and then the 4th inning had that double over the head of Ryberg out in center.
The boys in the bullpen, Thomas Lydon, someone else, had a misfire and threw the ball onto the field from the bullpen. We had a little bit of stoppage of play, but those are one of those comedic moments in baseball, and that always happen.
All you can hope for is that it's not a harbinger of what it'll look like coming into the game as Bauer outside once again. Count now 3-0 on Kavanaugh.
Thomas Lydon might be thrown against Central tomorrow. I know they got a couple games this weekend, and the schedule's going to ramp up here in a couple weeks. I mean, they got to play a lot of games. Not a lot of games here, mostly games away this year, but they're big games against like Elkhorn South and Millard West. They're playing away this year. I mean, obviously, me and Tyler and Brendan would love to have those games here so we could call them because those are always great games. A lot of ex-prep students go to those schools, so it would have been fun to call those games. But Millard West and Elkhorn South for sure have.
Baltimore chopper to the 3rd base side. Bauer fielding his position well, but cannot get the out at first. Kavanaugh beats it out on the infield hit. And a 2-out base runner for Elkhorn North.
Xavier Kavanaugh's got some speed. That ball was, I mean, obviously took a huge hop, and that's what kind of helped him get the base there. But he slid into first, saw his opportunity, and took it. He's had a day himself.
Brings up Carson Ripley. Struck out pinch hitting in the 4th inning. It was against O'Malley as he did not lay off. Strike 1.
Great pitch there by Ryan Bauer. Another slider for him. I mean, he's throwing a lot of. He's mostly working fastball slider with an increment curveball here and there, but he's really fooling these Elkhorn North hitters.
30th pitch for Bauer is swung on and missed. Coming in on the hands of Ripley, and now 0-2.
Yeah, that fastball up and in really gets you. That thing can get blown by you like that. So, great pitch by Ryan Bauer.
2 down. Bauer worked back-to-back strikeouts to begin the 6th inning, getting Novacek and Maines. Now the 0-2, a little bit of a half swing. It'll skip into center field past the sliding Summers and Mooney. And a base hit with 2 down. Elkhorn North trying to make some noise. 1st and 2nd with 2 outs here in the 6th.
Yeah, great. I mean, that's a good piece of hitting. But great hit by Ripley, but I mean, slow. It was not slow enough for Mooney and Sommers to try to make a diving play on it, but just missed their glove and trickled into the outfield.
That brings up Tyson Fancher as Zach Ryan goes out for a brief discussion with Bauer. Kavanaugh on second. Reached on an infield single. Ripley on first. Just you saw dump that single into center field. Chance for the Wolves to get on the board as this is chopped to short. Tough play. Summers fires across the diamond, and again a perfect arm from Grant Summers. The inning is over. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th. Junior J is still ahead by 9. Back here for the bottom of the 6th inning. Creighton Prep 9, Elkhorn North nothing on opening day. As we'll see a new pitcher taking the mound, the first right-hander of the afternoon for Elkhorn North after 3 lefties. This is Kyler Hansen, the junior. As his first delivery is just outside for ball 1 to Elliot Peterson, designated hitter, getting his 4th plate appearance of the day. Peterson has doubled twice, also reached on an error in the first.
I mean, Elliot Peterson, I mean, he's had a day, and, you know, Kyler Hansen's probably facing one of the most, if not the most, dangerous hitter in Prep's offense, so he's got to be careful with what he throws here.
He's certainly trying to keep it outside and on the margins here, and he's fallen behind 3-0 to Peterson.
Yeah, that was a good spot. I mean, he just missed outside. He's trying to keep it away from Peterson as much as he can.
Goes to the same spot, and this time gets the call from the ump. Count moves to 3-1 on Peterson.
Yeah, he's got the green light here.
The way he's been swinging it today, certainly would not be surprised to see that. And indeed, he rips it past short into left center field. And Elliot Peterson has his 3rd hit of opening day.
A great day for him. Him and Sommers have kind of been the 1-2 punch. I mean, the whole team has been, Prep has been a 1-2, just the whole line has been a 1-2 punch. I mean, the leadoff guy gets on, and then they got someone else get on. Well, it looks like we're going to have a courtesy runner, number 15. Who is that, Tyler?
That'll be Louis Schneckenberger.
One of the not returners for Prep. Couple of the returners actually getting some shine here. I mean, Lewis has got some wheels, and I think Elliot Peterson might be coming into either catcher or just a courtesy runner. So
Schneckenberger, known primarily as a pitcher for the Junior Jays, was 10th in the State Summer Legion League this past summer with a ERA of 1.32.
Yeah, I've caught him in the past, and his curveball is electric. We had Edwards here pitching earlier for Elkhorn North, and I'd say Lewis is his curveball is a little bit better than that. I mean, he'll throw it. He's confident in it, and it can spin. And he's just a great pitcher in general. Obviously, a 1.39 ERA is very impressive.
Jack Thiele fights it off and flies out to shallow right field. So a quick first out. Remaining at first base is Schneckenberger. And now Zach Ryan will come to the plate for the Junior Jays.
Yeah, back to Louis Schneckenberger. I mean, he's a great pitcher, and I think he's going to be a great addition to the Junior Jays. Kind of not a weekend rotation, more say, like in tournaments and just when you're playing series, like when they go travel, but more of like a week filler if they need to give like guys like O'Malley and Leiden some rest.
Ryan steps in and lifts this one high in the air to shallow right center field, where the catch is made for the 2nd out. So Ryan now 0 for 3 on the afternoon. And quickly that'll bring Grant Hatcher to the plate for his 4th AB. Hatcher grounded out to the pitcher in the 2nd, singled in the 3rd, and drove in a run with a sac fly in the 4th.
Yeah, the Junior Jays, I mean, they've played lights out today. Robert O'Malley was great on the mound. He got out of a jam in the 2nd inning with that double play, but Ryan Bauer he's come in and cleaned up the job. I mean, he's finished what O'Malley started, and the Junior Jays have not let up on the gas.
This one lifted foul off to the left side by Hatcher. 0-1 count. Both Grant Hatcher and Kobe Hatcher have been effective today for the Junior Jays. Kobe walked in the 1st inning, scored the game's 1st run, also doubled in the 2nd. 0-1 to Grant is lifted into left field, but playable. And that will be the 3rd out. Junior Jays go down quickly in the bottom of the 6th, but will look to close it out in the 7th, leading 9-0 when we come back. Back here for the top of the 7th inning. Ryan Bauer going to work once again for his 3rd full inning. Looking to close this thing out on opening day and seal a shutout victory for the Junior Jays. As his first pitch is cut on and missed for strike 1 by Ethan Edwards. Keegan Holmstrom into the game in right field for the Junior Jays as back-to-back cuts and misses from Edwards. As Bauer ahead 0-2.
Yeah, Ryan Bauer's been he's been great today. I mean, he's coming for O'Malley and he's just shoved.
And look at that. Basically the same pitch 3 times in a row and the same result as 3 consecutive swings and misses from Edwards sends him back to the dugout. And Ryan Bauer makes quick work of the leadoff man in the 7th. He'll face Ryan Harrahill.
Yeah, Ryan. I guess we got the battle of the Ryans here. We're gonna find out who really comes on top here.
Bauer continues to work quickly and gets Harrahill to pop one up. Back out of play to the right side. Bauer now going back to that 6th inning has now twirled 10 consecutive strikes. And you can make it 11. He's finding his rhythm.
He has. I mean, ever since he's come in, he's just had that bulldog mentality. It's one pitch, and then he's getting right back up and he's throwing another. He's not letting you breathe at all.
0-2, grounded to 3rd and past 3rd into left field. So that'll be a single for Harrahill, who has reached now in back-to-back at-bats on a single. He's 2 for 3. And the Wolves trying to just extend the game a little bit more. 9 runs is a lot to come back from in 1 inning, but see if they can put some things together in the 7th and take something to feel good about going into their next matchup.
Like I said earlier, if you're currently watching this, you're not watching March Madness, and we got a little score update. New Mexico State is currently losing to UConn by 1, 15-16, with roughly 10 minutes left. As that ball smoked into left field, and when third base coach is going to wave him around. No, he's going to put on the stop sign as he trots into second with a double.
Yeah, that one turned the Prep third baseman Grant Hatcher into a pretzel as it was smoked right at him, and he had to try and twist out of the way and put himself in some kind of position to make the play, but gets by him into left. So it's a double. 2 in scoring position for Elkhorn North. Really the first blemish on the day for Ryan Bauer.
And then another score update. St. Peter's is the 15th seed is currently up by Kentucky by 2 with 10 minutes left. So keep an eye on that game. That game might get a little interesting around the stretch.
It was Thiessen with the double. Mitchell Baker
Can I read that?
is into the game. Elkhorn North.
I'm sorry to cut you off, Tyler, but we currently have breaking news from Adam Schefter. Devontae Adams, the Green Bay receiver, has now been traded to the Las Vegas Raiders for 2 prime 2022 picks. And that is, I've just been shown that by our camera guy. That has literally just been tweeted out, and I'm not going to lie, I'm kind of in disbelief.
So the AFC West now, we've seen Khalil Mack go to the Chargers. We've seen Russell Wilson go to the Broncos, and now Adams to the Raiders. Chiefs are going to get their money's worth this year.
As a Broncos fan, I mean, I'm on the Broncos train. That's probably the best division in football, hands down. But I mean, that has just made it a lot more interesting. I mean, the Raiders are kind of officially now a contender with that level of receivers for the Packers. I mean, Devontae Adams is. I mean, I trust Derek Carr enough. He took a very bad Raiders team that had a lot of in and outs and a lot of players that got in trouble over the years to make a not playoff run, but they were in contestants and they lost.
They got in the playoffs.
I mean, yeah, they got in the playoffs, but they ended up losing to the AFC champions and the Bengals. So, I mean, I think they got a chance.
Bauer working on a 3-1 count to Baker, knocks it foul. So full at 3-2. Elkhorn North with 2 in scoring position as Harrahill singled to left field and then Thiessen doubled to left field. Junior Jays head 9-0, looking to finish this one off and take the momentum into tomorrow night's clash with Omaha Central.
That'll be a great game.
knocked foul once again. Still putting up a fight here is Baker.
But I mean, the Junior J's got a schedule coming up, but I mean they're gonna have a really good matchup, like a good introduction to Class A baseball this year against Central. Central's always a team that's they can stun people, and I think the Junior J's got a really good team this year and the ability to do something special.
Chop to short. Summers will show off his arm again. He's able to get the out, but Elkhorn North does score their first run of the ball game. It's now 9-1 with 2 outs here in the 7th. So now a man on second with 2 down, and it'll be Colin Novacek, who struck out swinging back in the 6th inning, getting his second look against Bauer.
Yeah, I've said it so many times, I'm not going to say it again, but Bauer's just been so dominant today.
First pitch to Novacek is not in there.
Might have been a little low.
Definitely tracking down the middle, but yeah, either high or low. Tough to judge from up here, but ball 1 from Bauer. Now the 1-0 is on the outside corner. 1-1.
Interesting pitch call by the ump. I thought that slider was right down the middle, and he called it a ball, and then that ball is on borderline strike, and he called it a strike. So it's interesting.
1-1 skips away into the backstop, and stopping at third is Thiessen. I don't know about that. Zach Ryan would have had all the time in the world to get back to the plate if he had rounded third, but instead, now moving up another 90 feet is Thiessen, and the count 2-1.
That's great base running by Thiessen. Obviously, Elkhorn North has not been. They have almost as many hits as the Junior Jays, but the errors have killed them. They got 2 errors that have resulted in big Junior J run scoring innings. But
ground ball, first base. Thiele flips to Bauer, and the Junior Jays win on opening day by a final score of 9-1. As they take down Elkhorn North and will turn their sights to Omaha Central on the road tomorrow night. Junior Jays get the 2-man pitching performance from Robert O'Malley going 3 2/3 scoreless. And Ryan Bauer finishing the job, allowing just 1 run in the final 3 frames and a third. Jack, great way to start things off for the Junior Jays.
Great way to start off things for the Junior Jays. Obviously, it's a Class B opponent. They're not going to see him the rest of the year, but it's one of those things that's a great confidence booster. And obviously, you had one of your best pitchers, you're basically your ace, come out and deal good 60 pitch performance. Then Ryan Bauer come in and close, only allow one earned run. But there's a lot of good things, a lot of bad things that have happened today. A lot of good things. The base running was great today. Obviously, the hitting was a plus, but they got a little bit of help from the errors. They did put up 9 runs at the end of the day, but you just got to clean up just little things.
So an 8-run victory for Creighton Prep. 9-1 the final score over Elkhorn North on opening day. Junior Jays head to Omaha Central tomorrow night, and we will head likely to Tuesday for our next broadcast, looking at home opener potentially for soccer, or we could go back here for baseball as well. We will keep you posted on that, but that wraps it up for our first ever baseball broadcast on CPSN. Thank you all for joining us. For Jack Cohout, Brendan Preisman, Mike Knockenhauer, our whole crew, Tyler Reedy saying